Right.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark, and I'm here with a good friend of mine, also a program participant on OMG Fat Loss. I wanted to give you a real-life example of somebody who's achieved quite remarkable success. So why don't I introduce, this is Michael, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and also where were you in a year before this, and some of your experiences then, so you can share that, because I think a lot of this is behavioral and emotional, so we need to talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, I've worked with Dr. Mark for 3 years now. I started the program a year ago.
Okay.
I was overweight. I was tired all the time, and it's depressing. You get depressed. You isolate yourself. You do not go out socially. Someone calls and wants to do something, and you have this meltdown trying to figure out how you can get out of it. I had no clothes. I wore scrubs and a big old baggy pair of sweats that I lived in. So I actually would go places in my scrubs carrying a pager pretending I was on call because I had no real clothes. I couldn't imagine even going out shopping and trying things on, let alone spending money on it.
You have some.
I have some stuff. I actually wore scrubs to a funeral. Yeah. There you go. And the top, they were comfortable.
And what size are these? Or not to be too personal?
Extra large.
Extra large. Okay. All right. And how did that make you feel? Why were you?
Oh, it didn't feel well. Not only that, and you may have noticed, I didn't just wear scrubs. I wore a big surgical coat over that.
Okay.
So that you couldn't tell what was, so many layers, what was underneath all that. A lot of people were surprised at how much weight I lost. They didn't realize I had that much to lose.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
great.
because I covered it up.
And how about getting pictures and things like that?
Never. I did not like to have my picture taken.
All
It
right.
was very rare that I would pose for a picture, but I was always behind somebody or something.
Right. And we did scrounge a couple up, right?
Yeah, we did.
All right.
There are very, very few.
Okay. But where are we getting this picture from?
That's about a year ago.
Okay.
At the end of a long yard sale, so I was
Okay.
having a weak moment and let my picture be taken.
That was about a year ago. All right, and that's Michael right there. All right. And we got another one. I should say these are from, I think your sister made these, right?
Mm-hmm.
These calendars here.
Yeah.
And this is you're going to?
And we're going to Disneyland.
Disneyland, there you are.
That was just before I started the program.
Okay. So that was about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did manage to get one. Where are you here?
China.
China.
Yeah, I went to China in
And
March.
when was this?
In March.
Okay.
That was 2 months into the program.
All righty. Great. And can you talk a little bit about some of the diet programs you've been in the past and sort of?
I've done them all.
Right.
Low carb, high protein, Weight Watchers. You're always having to buy something, special foods, or eat, horrible amounts of certain types of foods, or weigh things or count things. Mm-hmm. And they all work. They all work for a short period of time. Any diet's going to work initially, but for the long term, for a lifestyle change, they don't work.
So were you able to keep the weight off on these periods?
No. I lost a lot of weight, but I always gained it back.
You always gained it back.
Usually more.
And this time around, you started because there was something.
Yes, 2 things. I was having a hip replacement, and I didn't think it would be a good idea to try to rehab a new hip on all that and carry around all that weight. And my coworkers were going on this other medically supervised diet, and I didn't want to be the last fat person left in the department, which was probably my main driving force. But their diet didn't seem like a good fit for me.
Mm-hmm. But can you explain? I think you did a little research on this.
Well,
you're considering it, right?
It was prohibitively expensive for one thing. $200 to get initially, and then $75 a week to get weighed and get a B12 shot, and then you paid extra for the diet pills. And the money was one thing. Diet pills did not seem like a good idea. Right. So I asked Dr. Mark for help. Right.
So we got involved together. Can you describe a little bit about how much weight you've lost over what period of time? And
I've lost 67 pounds over 8 months.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And people are always concerned about plateaus. Can you talk a little bit about plateaus and?
Plateaus are going to happen on any diet. That's
Okay.
just a fact of life. Your body goes through changes. It kind of I think it just puts on the brakes and just, for a while, and then you get going again. But the difference is, with the other diets, they're so unpleasant in so many ways, and that you hit a plateau, and you're as hard as you're trying, you're not losing the weight, so you just say, I give up.
Okay.
I give up. With this, it's not a big deal. You know it's a plateau. You recognize it, and it's the food, the lifestyle. It's not something you can't maintain.
All right.
Get through it.
Right. And where are you getting these? Any special food you're getting? Or
No, you go to the grocery
Okay.
store like you
All right.
always did. Same food. You just go to the same store. You're making some different shopping choices, preparing things sometimes differently.
So we're not talking diet pills, supplements,
No.
powders, energy bars, diet bars,
No.
nothing. There's nothing special, nothing you're spending
No.
any extra money for to
No, and
achieve.
actually, your grocery bill probably would go down because you have
Okay.
a lot of fruits and vegetables and things that are a lot cheaper than some of the other products you buy, especially if you're buying prepackaged meals.
Right. And let's talk a little bit about, you've had success in the past, and for some reason you always gain the weight back. What's different this time around? What do you think's different this time that's going to make
Because those were given.
success?
This is a lifestyle change.
All right.
Those are programs that get you to a certain point, and then where do you go from there?
Right.
This is a lifestyle change. You reach your goals, nothing changes.
All right. And some of those, there are certain behaviors and habits that we instill as part of this program. And let's talk about one of them, because I know you had a little problem with it in the beginning, but now I think that things are a lot easier.
Weigh yourself every day.
Right.
He made me weigh myself every day. Did not want to do it. Lied about it in the beginning. But boy, once you start doing it, I can't imagine not doing it, and it really does keep you in check.
Okay.
You're going to have a flux of a couple of pounds, but you're never going to go outside of that.
All right. And do you find it hard to weigh yourself every day?
No.
Okay.
No.
But in the beginning it was a little tough.
In the beginning,
Honestly,
especially when you wake up in the morning and you know you're having a bad day. You know this is not going to be a good scale day, but it's never as bad as you think.
Okay. But you brush your teeth, and now you
weigh yourself.
Okay. All right. So now it's something you've adopted. It's not.
Yes.
So now when you gain a couple pounds, what's different this time than last time? I mean, why is Michael successful today, whereas a year ago maybe not?
Because you do know that it's just a matter of keeping on, and it all just will come off again. It's not a big deal. The holidays, you let yourself enjoy them. You put a few pounds on. You expect it.
Right.
Plan for it. Move on.
Move on. And then, can you talk about the new Michael? How is Michael doing today? What kind of experiences? Share some experiences with folks out there about what life's like now.
Well, I'm having fun. You go places, you do things, you have a social life. I've shopped for new clothes. I go to parties. We had the Christmas party. I actually went in a little black dress this year, and I took my coat off, and everybody was so surprised. I don't know. I don't think they'd seen me.
Right.
They really didn't know what to expect. It's totally different. A totally different life. Just, curling up on the couch at night watching TV. When you're heavy, you can't pull your legs up. And now it's just everything you do in life. It's a whole comfort thing.
Wow, okay. And what do you think, what advice would you have for people out there about starting a program?
Do it. Just do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
All right.
Nobody has been on more diets than me or found more excuses to go off a diet than me. And this was not, I didn't feel like it was a diet. It was just a lifestyle.
Okay. So certain behaviors we adopt, there are 8 critical behaviors. You adopted
Absolutely.
as part of your program. And now you don't even think twice about it.
Well, they're no-brainers. It's like, it's almost embarrassing because it's stuff you should all know anyway.
Right.
And should all be doing anyway.
Okay.
And the people I work with that went on their diet have gained the weight back.
Okay.
A lot of it, not all of it, some of it, and they're restarting.
Restarting the program. Yeah. Okay. Where you've maintained yours because you're following a couple simple behaviors. All right. Well, thank you so much, Michael, for sharing your story. I think this is going to help a lot of people out, and I do hope that you find her story inspiring, and I do hope to see you as a participant of the program and achieve your own success and goals. Thank you very much.